For those of us who live at the shoreline, standing upon the constant edges of decision, crucial and alone. For those of us who cannot indulge the passing dreams of choice, who love in doorways coming and going in the hours between dawns, looking inward and outward at once before and after, seeking a now that can breed futures like bread in our children's mouths, so their dreams will not reflect the death of ours. For those of us who were imprinted with fear like a faint line in the center of our foreheads, learning to be afraid with our mother's milk, for by this weapon, this illusion of some safety to be found, the heavy-footed hoped to silence us. For all of us, this instant and this triumph. We were never meant to survive. And when the sun rises, we are afraid it might not remain. When the sun sets, we are afraid it might not rise in the morning. When our stomachs are full, we are afraid of indigestion. When our stomachs are empty, we are afraid we may never eat again. When we are loved, we are afraid love will vanish. When we are alone, we are afraid love will never return. And when we speak, we are afraid our words will not be heard nor welcomed. But when we are silent, we are still afraid. So it is better to speak, remembering we were never meant to survive.
When the seasons change. Shit don't smell like flowers. Sunshine turns to rain. ain't always flowers. Sunshine turns to rain. Prettiest things can sour when the seasons change. Shit don't smell like flowers. Sunshine turns to rain.
Wayward. Related to the family of words. Errant. Fugitive. Recalcitrant. Anarchic. Willful. Reckless. Troublesome. Riotous. Tumultuous. Rebellious. And wild. To inhabit the world in ways inimical to those deemed proper and respectable. To be deeply aware of the gulf between where you stayed and how you might live. Waywardness, the avid longing for a world not ruled by master, man, or the police. The errant path taken by the leaderless swarm in search of a place better than here. The social poesis that sustains the dispossessed. Wayward, the unregulated movement of drifting and wandering, sojourns without a fixed destination, ambulatory possibility, interminable migrations, rush and flight, black locomotion, the everyday struggle to live free. The attempt to elude capture by never settling, not the master's tools, but the ex-slave's fugitive gestures, her traveling shoes. Waywardness articulates the paradox of cramped creation, the entanglement of escape and confinement, flight and captivity. Wayward, to wander, to be unmoored, adrift, rambling, roving, cruising, strolling, and seeking. To claim the right to opacity, to strike, to riot, to refuse. To love what is not loved, to be lost to the world. It is the practice of the social otherwise, the insurgent ground that enables new possibilities and new vocabularies. It is the lived experience of enclosure and segregation, assembling and huddling together. It is the directionless search for a free territory. It is a practice of making and relation that unfolds within the policed boundaries of the dark ghetto. It is the mutual aid offered in the open air prison. It is a queer resource of Black survival. It is a beautiful experiment in how to live. Waywardness is a practice of possibility at a time when all roads except the ones created by smashing out are foreclosed. It obeys no rules and abides no authorities. It is unrepentant. It traffics in occult visions of other worlds and dreams of a different kind of life. Waywardness is an ongoing exploration of what might be. It is an improvisation with the terms of social existence, when the terms have already been dictated, when there is little room to breathe, when you have been sentenced to a life of servitude, when the house of bondage looms in whatever direction you move. It is the untiring practice of trying to live when you were never meant to survive.
Here she comes, looking pretty. Here she comes, feeling fine. Her oyster walls, this big city. She is the pearl, roughly confined.